Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Urbanscape Bangalore. So in today's episode we will be trying something new and I will be talking about orchids. So we haven't yet covered about orchids and this is called a dendrobium orchid. So this is a hard caned dendrobium. There are soft cane orchids as well as hard caned orchids. So this is the hard cane variety. So you can see these flower spikes that come out of these stems, and these flowers actually last for a month. As in, these are very long-lasting flowers, and that is one of the reasons that people love this plant. So this can be grown indoors as well as outdoors, depending on the conditions that you provide for this particular plant. So these are generally epiphytic plants. So epiphytic plants are the ones that are found on top of trees. So they are somewhere attached to on the nooks and corners of big trees, and they get that proper shade, filtered sunlight from the canopies of the trees. So guys, we will have to replicate the conditions that are available in all these tropical forests where it is actually found. So I will be explaining in due course about the conditions that it requires to flourish. So a small trivia that these plants are found mostly in the western Ghats of India, and these are these are very popular plants, and they cost a bomb because of its rarity. So people have to be very careful in taking care of this plant and giving it the right conditions. So I am repotting this particular orchid because it has outgrown this pot. You can see some growths coming out of this pot. So you can see it is lacking that space that it really needs to flourish. So the roots are coming out and there are small saplings that are coming out and stuff like that. So you can see more growth here. So when you see something like this, please repot the plant and it will be very helpful. Repotting is generally done after the blooms are finished blooming, but then just to show it to you guys, I am repotting this right away. So you will need a pot. You can use a ceramic pot, or the best pot that you can use is a terracotta or a clay pot, because it helps in it is porous and it helps in air circulation. People also use pots which have holes. You can use that as well. It is really helpful for these plants and their roots. And so now I will be showing you how to repot this particular orchid. So I have some coconut husks. So I'm going to place it inside. You don't have to really put any cracked pots onto the hole, because the entire mixture is drainage. It helps in draining the water completely, so you don't have to really cover the hole per se. So add these things till a level, and then I also have some broken tiles which you can use or you don't have to, depending on your choice. So I'm just using it. Now gently remove the orchid. So you can see the root system. Actually, it is green and it's really nice. So if you see any root that is rotting, please use a sterilized scissor and cut it off, because we do not want any rotting roots to go into the new pot. So here you can see some green thermocol pieces that they have actually put. So you can, if you want, you can remove the entire medium that it was in and then pot it, or you can just loosen it up, loosen the root so that it gets a message that it can grow out as well, right, after the repotting. So we are just telling the roots to explore this new pot. So folks, I have finished repotting this particular orchid into its new container. So now I will be adding a little bit of compost. So you can add a little bit of compost, not too much. So take a handful of it so that it gets the necessary nutrients. Don't cover the roots entirely because the roots have to be exposed. Just a little bit every now and then is enough. And then fertilizing it is very important. So it loves a phosphorus rich fertilizer. So in your NPK fertilizer, if the phosphorus component is higher, then please use that particular fertilizer. So I have a diammonium phosphate fertilizer here. So obviously it is very rich in phosphorus. So I will be using a little bit of this into this orchid container so that the blooms are of good quality and it frequently blooms as well. So the other conditions that are conducive for the orchid plant would be, so soil we've almost discussed about what is generally, what is really required. Water, please do not overwater it. Water at least, water probably 3 days in a week in summers, and reduce the watering when when we reach winters. And the other thing is sunlight. It prefers part shade because in the forests these plants are under the canopies of the trees that are available there. So it prefers either, if you have this indoors, then it prefers an east facing window, or if it is a south facing window, make sure that you have blinds or curtains, sheer curtains that actually cover, do not allow a lot of sun to get into it. But this particular plant will be on a southwest facing area, and that is also a good position to place this particular plant in, because I have another dendrobium which is flourishing there. So other than that, repotting also I have explained how to do it and when to do it. Then pruning, prune it till the base of the plant. After it blooms, cut it till the base of the plant and just leave it. Do not prune these particular stems, actually. Do not do it. I have never done it. Let it rot on its own, let it disintegrate on its own. Do not prune this, but prune these stalks so that it encourages more blooms. So I think, yeah, pruning is also carried out only in its dormancy period. So especially during winters is when you should be pruning this particular plant. Summers, just do not over prune it or even attempt to prune it. But if you see if dead leaves here and there, you can definitely prune it and make it look better. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe to Urbanscape Bangalore. And also you can drop in your queries and your suggestions on indiahomegardening@gmail.com. Thank you.